guys, welcome to Call Kar.
Yaaar. Call Kar Yaaar, 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 Call Kar Yaaar.
We are two long distance besties. I live in UK
I live in Dubai.
and my name is Ananya and yours is.
Khushi.
And hence, because of distance, we are long distance. And we would like all of you to eavesdrop into our conversations. And hence, we have started posting podcast episodes every Friday. So feel free to join us. And if you relate to us, follow us here as well as our Instagram page, Call Kar Yaaar.
Yes. And there is my gorgeous bestie, might I add, who's promoting us so much today.
I mean, I'm promoting because that's like, I really hope this business works. But other than that, I don't think I look that gorgeous today. Like my hair over here is out and my double chin is doubling in every podcast video. And I'm just so irritated, but I'm just like, go on. Like it's more than the beauty and it's more than the image that we put
Man,
out.
why don't you just take the compliment?
Because you want to hear why? Because this is exactly what you're talking about today. Body insecurities, image issues, and the little voice in our head which keeps on. Oh my god, this is going to be a reel, I know, from Kushi's end, but the irritating voice that keeps on saying that, or just keeps demotivating us and negating us and making us feel shit. Yeah.
But if we've already introduced the topic and all of us know how uncomfortable the topic can be in general to listen to, why not we just make ourselves a lot more uncomfortable by revealing ourselves on the internet? And
Do you want to pee in the podcast?
I meant expose our insecurities before the internet ever gets a chance to.
100%. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm down. Do you want to start?
Actually, ladies
Anyway.
first, Ananya, go.
I didn't know she's a man. Moving on. But like I mentioned, I think my double chin, you can see a jawline a little bit, but like you can see the fat also here. Moving on. My hair, I don't feel like I have so much hair. And I've actually said that on our, I think my voiceover on Kushi's Day in Her Life video, where I'm like, she's combing her hair and she has hair, I'm none. Ha ha ha. So that's under insecurity. On the one is like my acne, like the back acne and my
Acne.
acne, and I think pigmented arms. Also, like if you see, my body is not the most idealized shape or size. So even that, and I spoke on my dark underarms, right? And then I have had eczema. So the pigmentations from it is also kind of my insecurity, which I think in a way I've also gone over. So like that's all. So yeah. What about you?
I'm proud of you for getting over that insecurity of yours. And I'm so sorry that you've had such a long list already. But when it comes to me, it is my body hair because I'm too lazy to shave sometimes. So then it shows up. And, anyways, it sometimes shows up even more. Even if I keep shaving, it'll come up. So, A, body hair, B, acne scarring. I've had acne, so here as well, you can see here. There's bald spots over on this side of my head, which I am not really the biggest fan of. My posture is bad, and I have body odor. Like I've struggled with body odor throughout my entire life, like not even teenagers, throughout. So those are my insecurities.
But firstly, I'm very sorry that you have them. But also, where do you think all of this stems from? Do you think it's all us who like was like, today morning I got up. Today, what should I think shit about myself?
Like बैठे बैठे
My
क्या
eyebrows
करे.
off. करना है कुछ काम. Negate करे हमारे साथ. हिंदी मेरा बेकार अब. Okay.
But
Yeah, tell me.
I think it is. I mean, it could be both, right? It could be that it is some things are just internalized amongst us when we see people and we see a certain type, and I think it's just instantly something that catches our eye on them that we don't have, or that they have something better that we have, like looking horrible in our heads. We internalize it to the point that we it becomes an insecurity, and sometimes somebody just says it to us so many times that it is engraved in our heads that this is something bad about you.
Honestly, yeah, I think, and it doesn't have to be something that they keep on saying. It can be just one slight remark and that stays in your head. Because for me, I remember for one of, I think my 11th grade farewell or something, I was sleeveless. And I took a picture and I put that on Facebook or something. And my mom, of course, saw it. And she's like, "Do you want to delete it? Because like your underarm looks a little bit darker here." And since then, I have refused to wear sleeveless in a way. Or I think this other story where I think until like third, fourth grade, I would wear shorts. And then of course I am a different body type and I was moti from Chintu. So um I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's my mom or a dad. Like one day I remember like my whole wardrobe was changed. Like I had no more shorts. And then at the age of 18, 2020 is when I started wearing shorts again. And I actually wore shorts outside my house last year only. And that's out of like imagine 15 plus years and like so much self-esteem and self-growth came out. So yeah, I agree. And but sometimes also I get up and I'm just like, um, my hand looks fat or something else looks fat. Or
Mm.
look at my stomach. This is something I do to myself also. I put myself down. So
That
it's
that
a
makes
mixed bag
sense.
of
Yeah,
both.
that makes sense. Like you said, it's a
Yeah.
mixed bag. For me, I
Mm-hmm.
remember there was a classmate of mine who came and told me, she's like, "Oh, if you change your voice, your posture, and your smile, then you'd become really beautiful." And I actually started thinking about it. I really started thinking about, oh, how do I change my voice? And I started taking honey in the morning to make my voice sweeter and more melodious. And obviously,
Does
like
that
posture.
work?
I mean, I didn't have the discipline to carry through with it, so I was like, who
Okay.
cares?
Mm-hmm.
I'll sound like a man for all I care. It's fine. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I've had I've had body odor issues since the very beginning, right? It was genetically passed to me through my mother. And she's like, I've struggled a lot with body odor, so I don't want you to struggle with it. But the struggle is very real. Struggle is very real to the point where obviously you start developing body odor by like 9 or 10, right? In the later years of your life. I was already scared of a challenge that hadn't even reached me. And when it did reach me, yes, it did reach me in the intensity that my mother was telling me about. And I remember one day I was coming back. So I already used to like keep tissue papers under my arms, like in my underarms, in the bra strap, so that it can soak up all the wear, like all the sweat, and so that it doesn't smell as much. And I would have carried like 2, 3 outfit changes to every place that I go to so that I don't end up sweating as much. But I remember after doing all of this, also one day after tuitions, I finished tuitions and I sat in my car with my dad. And the second I sat in, he just rolled down the windows. And that broke my heart because I was like, why am I putting people around me through that if my own father can't endure it? But I was just like, that it is what it is, and we worked on it.
I feel I feel sorry for you that you had to go through that at such a young age. But I think also going through all this, one thing that we learn and we master the art of making joke. At least for me, I know, and for you also, that we've learned the art of joking and making fun of ourselves before anyone else can do it.
Always,
Like I would be.
yeah.
Mhm. No, continue, please.
I know it's such a definite way to, control our narrative and such a defense mechanism for us, no? Like, I think I to call myself Dadima all the time because of my posture.
Hmm. Like for me, I'm just like if I go to someone like I don't have hair, I don't have hair. And before anyone can say, I'm like, no hair. Please get lost. Don't talk about it. So it's just like a thing that I distract other people or like make a joke. So they'll be like, oh no, you have hair, or they just shut up,
So
which I'm
either they
very
validate
grateful
you with
about.
a compliment and you feel nicer,
Which is
or
useless.
yeah,
Yeah,
makes
because I
sense.
myself know my head is going. Yeah.
Makes sense. Not the healthiest, but that makes sense. But I've had some more shocking information that might make you and me both lose our hair. Are you ready?
Firstly, I have nothing left on my head, but uh, I generally, can we just continue the podcast without this information? Like,
No,
I
it is
would
it
be
is
grateful.
pertaining to topic. I wanted to do a social experiment.
What you want to go do? Go call three people ugly or hit bald people on their head? What, what really would you?
I didn't want to hit bald people on the head. I wanted to become bald.
What? I am trying to put some hair in my head and उसके ऊपर तुझे
I'll
glue
give
करने
you
का
my
है.
hair.
Continue.
I'll give you my hair and I'll remove it. Does that work? Deal?
No, I literally can see my hair is curly. Like your hair is useless to me. But continue though.
My mom didn't let me, honestly. But I just wanted to do it
As she
because,
should.
hey,
Hmm.
hello, she should. You're my best friend. No, her best friend. She didn't let
Auntie
me
is my
because
forever love.
she didn't let me because she was like, this wouldn't look good. But in my opinion, that's exactly why I wanted to do it, right? Because my hair is my favorite feature. And it is one thing that gets me so many compliments. Like everybody will be like, oh, your hair looks so nice, your hair looks like this, your hair looks like that. So I was like, let me see if I entirely get rid of my head of hair and have like zero strands on my head, will I still love myself? Like it was a sort of test to see if my self worth will be with me even beyond aesthetics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have the guts, but if you have it, kudos to you.
Man,
I don't think I can ever do something like that.
we're waiting for the day. I think one of these days you'll see me full bald headed and it won't be a filter, guys.
But I side with Auntie, please don't do that. Please,
Mhm.
please, please. Just let other people become the social masters, not you. Thank you so much. Imagine podcast में I see a shining moon over here instead of your hair.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out
I don't
lighting
want
then,
that.
man. Like my lighting will have to go for a toss after that.
Thank you. No, thank you. But like, don't you feel a lot of the older generations, right? When they like see us after like 6 months, the first thing they're like, at least for me, I've seen, oh, you've become more fat. I'm like, thank you so much, Auntie. I will not next time stand on a weighing machine. I would rather like stand on you because a you can give more accurate readings than the weighing machine. Like, what is with people coming and commenting on physical appearances first? I
But see, the
don't.
thing is, it's never even fat. It's never. They never use the word. Aunties also nowadays don't want to be cancelled, so they'll also never use the word. They'll just say, "Oh, you've put on, huh?" Mm.
What, put on jewelry, put on makeup, put on what? And the fact that
Correct. You can just be like, "Yeah, I've put on makeup."
and the fact that like, you know, people are so don't like small talks, right? But I'd rather have someone do a small talk with me and ask me actually about how I am, who I am, what am I feeling, etc., rather than just coming and speaking about my appearance first. Because needlessly, you don't know how the other person will take it. Like, imagine if someone has drastically lost weight. What if the person is actually going through something due to which they've lost weight? And who are you to know what they have gone through? So, why is that even the first thing that you comment? Like, why is appearance the first thing that you like comment?
I was, that is so interesting because I was speaking to an ex-colleague. I just remembered. And she very drastically lost a lot of weight. And I mean, it was, I think, a new diet that she was trying, and I don't know entirely, but and she actually actively wanted to lose it, and she lost it, right? And she kept coming and telling me, she's like, Kushi, I feel so weird in this new body because everybody's coming and giving me so many compliments, and they're telling me that, oh, you look so good, you look so this, you look so that. But it's almost like I don't recognize myself in the mirror anymore because this is not who I'm used to seeing. And I was just like, that makes so much sense because, again, when your when the first comment that anybody makes about you is about your physical appearance constantly, it starts becoming something you've related to that. So if you were someone on the heavier side of the scale and people have recognized you as that, and then you've all of a sudden lost so much weight, and then people start taking such severe notice of that. Like she's told me that she's walked into meetings and people have just been like, oh my god, as a way to stop everything in the meeting and just watch her. And that feels so uncomfortable.
100%. And I feel like people like feel like they will reach their peace, be the happiest when they lose weight or gain weight or whichever it is. And when they reach there, they're like, really, that does not matter. I thought this would give me happiness, but it actually doesn't, you know? So it's a very difficult battle to like face, I
But
feel.
that's the thing, right? Like, again, body image issues are not just when it comes to weight and it comes to uh, acne or when it comes to all of that. Like, there are so many different kinds of bodies. There are like every body is different. Every story that they have is so different that every issue that they could be having is also entirely an issue on its own. And I just want to clarify that all the body image issues that we're talking about, yes, they could be certain like issues centric, but that's because those are our experiences. But we just want to have this podcast reach out to everybody who's feeling slightly negative about their body and just know that it's okay. Like, it's completely fine. It's human to do so.
But the thing, right? I also feel that in today's day and age with social media, there's so much pro from it. Like so many, I don't remember. I think Prableen is her name. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but there's so many influencers speaking about their PCOD journey. So many of them speaking about how acne is fine, and they're actually wearing it with no filters on. Or I think the first ever plus size model Lakme Fashion Week was an influencer, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so a lot of people are like, you know, educating people out there. Like creators are educating other
I
people.
don't I don't even think if educating, it's just normalizing.
Exactly.
Right?
That's a better
Like
word. Yes. Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily, there are some educators on Instagram as well. Like some gynecs are there and some who actually educate. And then there are some influencers who are just generally so. And I've seen reels where been like, okay, I've had a horrible mental health day because my acne flare ups have been there. And it's true. Like, it's not going to be the most happiest day when you have 5 dots that hurt also on your face, or if you're someone who has vitiligo and it's increasing and start taking notice of that. It's not going to be the nicest of days, but to be accepting of that, I think social media has 100% helped in that.
100%. And I know there's a con side of it, of like people seeing filtered versions of others. But I don't know, does it do you think it balances it out? But before that, guys, I want to do something. Are we an item? Something quit
Girl, quit
playing.
playing. Girl,
Girl.
quit playing. You can quit playing about social media's cons because honestly, there are so many when it comes to, especially when it comes to body image. I remember there was this creator called Twinkle Stanley who mentioned that don't post anything on social media until you are 100% sure of your mental health and your self worth because it has the power to ruin it. And I remember when she posted it also, I was just like, yeah, it makes sense, but you don't realize how severely it starts affecting you until you're the one facing that criticism and that mindless hate, basically. Criticism is great, mindless hate, not. I remember there were two instances that I do remember when it comes to social media and hate regarding your body. I was I was on like a company's reel, and again, I kept telling them that please don't put me on the reel, please don't put me on the video because I was very not confident about my body back then. Like, I was just, please don't. I don't have the mental health to fix whatever social media can ruin. But they still ended up putting me on it, and one of the comments was, she looks anorexic. And I look like this is me. You've seen me. And I kept thinking that why is this person saying I'm anorexic when I'm not that thin? Like, you would have to be a lot more thinner to be anorexic, and I'm not that thin. So I stopped eating for a whole week. I remember me and my dad had fights because I was just not eating anything at home. And we got into like really bad fights because I wanted to get to that point of thinness to prove him right. Because I was like, नहीं, अगर इन्होंने बोल दिया है कि मैं anorexic लग रही हूँ, but I am not as thin as an anorexic person, I need to become that.
I feel so sorry for you. I'm so
It
sorry
starts
you had to go through it.
playing, man. And again, are we an item? there was this reel that we posted, me and my friends, where we were just in our heads doing having a fun time transition reel, where we are lip syncing and transitioning. And outfit that we were transitioning into was swimwear. And with swimwear, quite naturally, your skin is a lot more visible. So people think that they have a lot more leeway to say whatever it is that they want to speak about you. And the amount of comments that have said, oh, she looks malnourished, and oh, she looks like she hasn't eaten in days, and oh, she looks this and that. I was just like, can we please stop this? Like, genuinely have no say on my body. And I think this time around, my mental health was a lot better, even though it did get very messed up because of it. I think I was able to bounce back from it a lot better than the previous time. So I am thankful to
No,
my
honestly,
therapist.
I remember when you brought this up with me, and I literally spent like I think 30 minutes to an hour just going and bashing everyone on that reel. And I was just like, I now understand why like content creators actually put up like those comments which are like trolling them on their stories with the picture. Like it makes so much sense. I'm not saying that the person who's trolling looks the best or does look shit or whatever it is. You have no right to comment on someone. Why is it okay to comment? But I don't think a lot of people speak about thin shaming. I do not. I think thin shaming does not come under the terms of thin shaming. Like you mentioned, it's about malnourished and stuff like that. I don't know the other words. I've not experienced it. But like maybe you can give a better viewpoint on it.
See, can I be honest in my experience with it? Because the society already wants a size zero figure, and that's the more, in demand thing. Thin shaming is not as brutal as fat shaming is. That's what I've noticed. And the max they'll say is that,
But can
you.
I interject?
Hmm.
Whatever max they say, like I will come to that. But like everyone idealizes size zero. What do you mean? Like, what do you want? Like, what are you trying to say then? Like, why are you even, you know,
Like how thin is too thin?
point? No, why are you even speaking about it then? Does that make sense? Yeah.
But that's the thing that people are never the thing is people are never going to be satisfied, right? Like you cannot satisfy everybody. So if you are a certain waist size, then they will want the next best waist size, and so they're going to try and keep comparing you to it. Either we get comments like, oh, you look like your clothes are on a hanger, or like your clothes look like they're on a walking hanger, or you look malnourished, you look like you haven't eaten in days. So I to get comments like, oh, mummy khana nahi deti tumhe, and all of that. Or else they'll be on the entire opposite side of the spectrum where they'll be like, I would give everything to be with you. Why are you even crying about it? Like, be having your body. Why are you even crying about it? And I'll be like, oh, thank you for invalidating every single insecurity I've ever had. Like, thank you very much for that. But
But
yeah,
do you think men go through it?
body
I don't
shaming.
know. Do you think body image issues as a whole?
Yes, 100%. I have a brother as well, so I've spoken to him about this, and men do experience body shaming in terms of, like they're shamed about their height if they're on two extremes, and like too tall or too short, and their weight, of course. The depth of their voice sometimes, like if their voice is not as deep after puberty, and if it sounds a little high pitched or girly, it's called like too feminine. You're less of a
Really?
man. Your receding hairline, because some men do struggle with that from a very young age as well, right? All of that is very real. Like men also go through that 100%. And it's very like, it's not just the standard, oh, do you have a six pack or not? Like that is the typical that not every man walking, talking will have a six pack. But the fact that it's so much more nuanced than that, yes, sometimes they might not express it as openly, but men, women, I think everybody unfortunately does go through a lot of body shaming, body image issues.
Honestly, until like we start speaking about this, I never thought of it from like a men's point of view. Because, like I have a sister, and I've never spoken about this to my guy friends. Something that I can actually speak to them about. But you know what? I was thinking, you brought up that whole hanger thing, and like oh, doesn't your mom feed you, anything, all that stuff. I am guilty of doing that. Can I be very honest? Um, I don't do that to like strangers, of course. I do that to both of my sisters, my actual sister and my cousin sister. I do that from a point of concern because I really don't think, and my mom has told, like, my sister's appetite has gone very low. She hardly eats to a point she's lost weight because of that. So, how do you like, I don't know, like, now when you brought up, I actually feel guilty. But it's coming from a concern for them in the fact that they are my sisters. So like,
See, the
um,
thing is,
how do you? Yeah.
a lot of the times when it comes to body shaming or when people are talking about a certain appearance of yours, even the older generation, like you mentioned, that they come and the first thing they notice is that, oh, you do this and you do that. They're oftentimes coming from a place of care. But it's just that maybe sometimes the words that they use are too much for a person to take, right? And too insensitively put. And hence it hurts. But like you said, you are coming from a place of care. When you, again, there are some things that you really can't change. Like how does a man change his ability to grow a beard or his voice or his this or his, like stuff like his height? He doesn't have any factor in that. And similarly does a woman. But sometimes when it is things that are tangible and things that you can work on to do better, it comes from a place of care. But yes, you have to be very sensitive when you're putting these things across, and you have to let them know that it's coming from a place of care, because body shaming has also been used as a humor mechanism earlier on, right? And that is never okay. Again, everybody is guilty of doing that. Nobody is free from doing that. Let's be honest. Everybody has done it. But how actively are you doing it? How sensitively are you doing it? Are you really doing it with the intention of hurting the other person or with caring? That matters, because again, see, in today's day of body positivity all the time, it gets very difficult to understand that the other person was really just coming from a place of care because they think that it's not being healthy right now, right? Like, suppose if your sister is not eating at all at a time that she needs to be eating to grow, and she's a growing adult, and every growing adult needs to have a certain amount of intake of calories, and if they're not doing that, of course, anybody around them is going to get concerned. So it makes sense. But like I said, in the era of body positivity, it's just like, no, but this is my body and I love it. Please love your body. Nobody's saying no, but it's important to then understand where it's concerned, like understand the intention with which the other person's coming to you.
But isn't body neutrality better than body
100%.
positivity?
No, it's so much simpler. Like, what do you
Hmm.
think?
Yeah. I feel like body neutrality is so much more better than body positivity. Um, and I'm not saying that obviously you should love yourself, but there is also this whole toxic positivity that comes with it. Um, when I am telling, see, I contradict with the point where you said that when a person who meets you speaks about appearance first, they're coming out of care. Because if you cared about me, you would freaking call me or like check up on me. After 6 months, you come and meet me. That's not, for me at least, that's not you showing care. Um, and secondly, uh, there is always, you should love yourself, right? Um, but with menstrual cycles and so many fluctuations in a body, but mostly I'm talking about women body because I know women body better. You can't every day get up and be like, I like myself every day. That's a fake boost of I don't know, confidence. uh like for me also, I've realized, I've told this to you before also, my coping mechanism is eating. So I have gained a lot of weight recently, and I am okay looking the way I do right now, right? But I would also want to take corrective actions in the near future. Hopefully tomorrow. I've decided tomorrow I'm going to stop sugar. Please God, because I eat a lot of sugary things just to make my body healthy. There's a difference between being healthy and being unhealthy. And for me, that's what matters.
That makes
You
sense.
know, I'd rather, yeah,
You love, sorry?
I'd rather be healthy and maybe not the conventional body type than be unhealthy and be the conventional all the
Agree.
time.
100%. That is very valid. I think it's more important to respect your body and be healthy than love your body and be unhealthy. A and again, you can't constantly love your body all the time, right? Like there are going to be fluctuations, like you said, there are going to be bad days, and it's okay to have negative mental health thoughts as long as you can bounce back from it. And yes.
But what I feel, and obviously, like a person who has had eczema and has, tried to mostly gotten over it by herself, it feels like the biggest wars, inside your head. I remember I would go to university with masks on. Thankfully, it was COVID because I didn't want people to see my acne. It took me 5 years to wear dresses. And now I proudly show my pigmentation marks. At that time, I'm like, how can people see my legs like that? But it seems like such big wars in our head, and maybe in real life they're small battles. One day I decided I want to wear a dress, and if someone asks me, I will be like, yeah, I have eczema, so I am proud. Like, do you want to know more about it? Rather than just hiding it away. And maybe if every woman, or not every woman, sorry, wrong English, if every person gets more confident, gets more accepting about the way they are, and maybe in places take corrective actions and maybe change if they want to, then world will be a better place. You don't have to always think of it as huge wars, maybe small cutesy battles in real life. But yeah, sometimes if you're watching someone on social media, sometimes if you're thinking negative, just stop, think, and pause. Because body is doing way more than, it's not about the aesthetics all the time. It's also about the functions the body does. It's about it a body that actually gets up every day and does the functions it actually has to do, rather than how it
Yes,
looks.
ma'am.
So
With
yes,
that,
that's
we
all.
move on to our next segment. Ananya's monologue was better than
Dive
Kartik Aryan's. Just going to say that. Let's go.
now. Hollywood movies, please. Bollywood movies, please take me because UK job market doesn't want to give me a job.
Chalo.
But let's go to the next segment. Dive in deep.
This year for Christmas, I want dive in deep.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, Kushi, first. If your mind was an internet browser, what tabs would you have open?
You know, this is so funny because my friends have actually gifted me a notebook, which is like a binder notebook, which says too many tabs open. Um, I
But
think,
wait, can I guess one? Please, can I
yeah,
just guess one and then you
of
can
course,
continue?
of course.
The scheduling app.
Yeah, maybe at the back of my mind for sure. Like, oh, what do I have? What do I have next? I think as somebody who has struggled with anxiety and does struggle with anxiety, the first tab that's already open is anxiety. Always there, taking up internet space. B is, of course, my babies, my dogs. I'm constantly thinking about them, even if they are not in front of me and even if I'm not expressing it as verbally. Right now, also, my dog Sophie is around me. And if you see my screen shake at any point in time, it was because she was shaking herself in my screen and she pushed my laptop. So that. Uh, and third, actually, I'm trying to be a lot more grateful and just keep my mental health a little in check. So if I'm having a bad mental health day, it's just like, okay, calm down, be a little more meditative. It's okay, whatever will go through, will go through. And if it's a normal or a good mental health day, then it's gratitude. So these are the 3 to 4 tabs that are open in my mind always. I have a question for you. Uh, if you could go back to our friendships beginning and, tell Ananya something that you would want to about our friendship, then what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
Tell her.
Are we talking about 2020 or are we talking about 2017? Let's get that clear first.
2017.
Okay, firstly, 2017, me and Kushi weren't friends. We were just acquaintances. So I would tell Ananya to continue acting the way she was because some people weren't the bestest of people at that time. But also tell her that at the end, this acquaintance will become your bestest of friends, and you would actually start a business with her. And inshallah, in the future, hopefully a 30-year-old Anya comes and tells this Anya, which is in 2025, that the business actually worked out and we are the bestest podcasters of, I don't know, UAE, world, anywhere, UK. Yeah? Yeah. But with that, it's such a good note. Let's dive into our manifestations.
Dive
Khushi,
into
you go first today.
manifestations. Wow.
Dive everywhere.
My manifestation for this week is to spend a lot more time at home, eat healthy, and maybe not binge eat so much at night.
Okay. My manifestations is that I felt a little bit more fatter, chubbier today. So hopefully take a little bit mindfulness. I realize now I know for a fact that I've been gaining weight recently. So like maybe go on walks, reduce my sugar intake, etc. Other than that, a very long-term view and long-term manifestation is that at least in 5 years down the line, I see me and Kushi going on some stage or somewhere, or we just realize that our podcast actually hit it off. And we're actually out there, maybe making changes, and us just documenting our friendship has become a huge part in other people's life of changing people's mindset or change just a part of them getting entertainment. So yeah. Anyways, hello universe. What's up, brother?
We love you.
Love you. And we love you guys. So thank you for
Bye-bye.
supporting
See you
us.
next Friday.
Yeah.